First of all, I want to thank everybody who's been tuning in to Tales from the Jails. And listen, we need everybody to do something for us. If you really like what you see on Tales from the Jails, you're really interested in what you see on Tales from the Jails, we need you to go to YouTube at Tales from the Jails and become a member. Subscribe as well, but also become a member. That way you can get updated on all the new content as we continue to bring you these amazing episodes. So we want everyone to go to YouTube at Tales from the Jails and become a member.
As y'all heard him, go to YouTube at Tales from the Jails and become a member. We got an array of content that's coming out that you will be thoroughly entertained by. It's only gonna get better. I'm telling you, there's only up to go. And we wanna thank y'all for rocking with us, man, and listening to the awareness that we're bringing about prison life. So go to where again, bro?
Go to YouTube at Tales from the Jails and become a member.
YouTube at Tales from the Jails, and please become a member.
I want to welcome everybody to another episode of Tales from the Jails. I got my counterpart here with me, Raheem Jackson. Today we got a special guest from the city of Philadelphia. Jeff Gant is here with us today. Somebody who everyone knows. A friend of mine hit me on WhatsApp and said, "Yeah, you got to get Jeff up on the show." I'm like, "Yeah, it's already in the works," and we got him here. Then we had B Hop just recently up here, and now that we got you, Jeff, we want to get some information from you about your life and ultimately what led you to prison. So you can leave out what you want to leave out, speak about what you want to speak about, and the floor is yours. So tell us a little bit about yourself, Jeff, if you can.
Young man came through poverty. I mean, raised by my grandmom, and basically, my mom and father was in the street, so I wanted to follow the same footsteps, thinking I was doing something, thinking I was being grown, and the whole time I was just chasing the penitentiary. You know what I mean? I watched my uncles go to jail, cousins, my brother, aunts, a couple of my sisters went to jail. So, basically I wanted to be grown too soon. And I thought I was missing something. Only thing I really missed was my childhood. Grew up, what I mean? My dad was in the street, my mom was in the street.
What part of the city you from, Jeff?
I'm originally from North Philly. I was born and raised in Richard Allen Projects. That's where my family is originally from. But then, we moved from the projects, we moved down 12th and Dolphin. And then my grandfather started getting a little bit of money, so he moved us up Germantown, up Somerville.
East side Somerville?
Yeah, Somerville, bottom side. Worcester and Grange around there from Belfield, McKee, over where Aaron McKee from. So we all of us basically came up together. You know what I mean? Aaron younger than us, but I came up with all those guys, my grandmother thinking her moving up Germantown was going to prevent me from getting in trouble, but that North Philly just kept calling me back. You know what I mean? Like, I would get in trouble. You know what I mean? Then I go to youth study center. I link up with all the guys that I knew from the youth study center. When you get out, everybody got to get together. South Philly, even though, North Philly, South Philly, West Philly, you don't really get along out on the street. But when you go to jail, you kind of collaborate. You know what I'm saying? So, I was cool with everybody. Everybody knew each other. South Philly, West Philly, North Philly. Like, if I go down South Philly, I go down 13th Street, I go see Seymour, I go see Eric, my man E. You know what I'm saying? So, what's my man that used to box that got killed down South Philly, 13th Street?
Tobias?
No, he was from 13th Street, he used to box. He was up the Heights with me. Oh, man, I forgot his name. But he was from down there, too. All of us, we was up Cornwall Heights, Glen Mills, Antoine Jones, all them guys. All of us came up together. So 5th Street guys, then the guys from on the other side of Broad Street. You know what I mean? So I was cool with everybody, basically. We used to fight. You got to remember when we was coming up, man, you know how it is today. All these kids, they killing each other. We fought. 3 days later, y'all was cool.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
you know what I mean, the worst you had to look at when you was coming up, man, you got a busted lip,
Mm-hmm.
black eye, you got chased. You know what I'm saying? But you had to know how to fight. If you wanted to come outside, if you ain't know how to fight, you weren't coming outside.
Exactly.
I don't care how cool your family was with people, none of that. When you was coming up, if you ain't had no bout game, and I learned the hard way. I had 8 sisters. So they beat me up before I even knew how to fight. So I learned from them. Then I took it from there, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Let me ask you a question, Jeff. So you're from North Philly. You moved to Germantown.
Right.
And how much time overall did you do? For those who don't know, how much time did you do overall in prison?
Total, I did like 36 years in jail.
Wow. And what was your first case that you remember catching?
Well, back in the day when we was getting locked up, we was boosting, doing shootings. You know what I mean? Shootings like we would go to the check cash and join the bank, catch somebody going in there withdrawing a large sum of money. We go in there, he come out, shoot right in his pockets and dart.
It's called a shoot-in.
Yeah, they was called shootings back then. You know what I mean? So
Not a shoot-in, but a shoot-in.
yeah, shoot-in. That was shoot-ins back then, man. Back then, when you did a shooting, you was that boy. I mean, all the hustlers, back in the day, you was doing the shooting. There was drug dealers out that was our age, but they was a little advanced than us. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It was slim to none of the dudes was selling drugs that was my age.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The older dudes, we looked up to the older dudes. They was getting money. The old timers, they was out there on the corner hustling, giving packages to dudes. Dudes was selling their little weed or whatever. We was out there. We was doing robberies.
Wow.
Doing shootings.
So that was your first. That's how you quit your first case.
First case.
How much time you did for that?
I did a year, maybe like 13 months.
Wow.
They gave me a 11 and a half to 30 months. So I did like 13 months. I did more time in the county fighting it than I did upstate. Cause when I went upstate, I think I did like 7 months, and they paroled me.
Wow. That was your first case.
That was my first case. I went to Graterford in 1987.
1987.
Yep. I was in the county funny thing is, they locked me up at a fight. I won the diamond belt. As soon as I won the fight at Front Street Gym, it was Cambria Gym back then, 2076 Clearfield. They locked me up. I did a shooting. I got locked up right at the fight. They took me from 2076 Clearfield to the 24th District.
Out the ring?
From the ring. Right at that one diamond belt. I beat Mr. Mitchell, Al Mitchell's son, Al Mitchell Jr. For the diamond belt championship. It was 1986.
And they locked you up right after you got out the ring?
Right after I got out the ring.
Wow. So how was that? What was you thinking? Did you know they was coming or?
Never knew. I didn't even get a chance to celebrate my victory. It gave the belt to my family and locked me right up.
And cuffed you in front of the whole crowd and everybody?
No, they let me go in the back.
Okay.
I went in the back to change my clothes up, and they was right there, arrested me, waited till the people left out, then they took me downstairs, put me in the wagon.
So, back then, people spent a lot of their time in, I guess, the county prison was Holmesburg.
Yeah, Well, back then, when you got locked up, the first place they took you to was detention center. The detention center is in between the House of Correction and CJC. So it's right there in the middle. So you had to
You meant
CJC.
CF.
No, CJ. What's that right there? Pick.
Oh, Pick.
It's
Yeah,
between-
Pick.
It's in between Pick and CFCF.
Yeah, to the left.
Right. So it was like in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So that's where you had to go when you first came through. Wasn't no CFCF. It was the Creek, Detention Center, and Holmesburg. So it wasn't nothing else up there yet. Pick wasn't even there yet.
Oh wow! So they just built those prisons right there afterwards.
Yeah, they built that after. I think they put Pick up maybe like what 90, 89, something like that.
Something like that.
Yeah, because Detention Center was the only place you could go to. Detention Center and the Creek or the Bird.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Then when they shut down the Bird, they opened up CFCF. I think Pick opened up before that. first CFC.
Yeah, it was open just a few years or so.
Right.
Wow. So, but Holmesburg. So, have you ever been to Holmesburg?
Yes, I was at Holmesburg.
They said Holmesburg was rough back in the day. It was like,
Holmesburg was like a baby penitentiary.
mm,
Yeah, it was a rough spot. My dad and all of them was going to. I still remember my grandmother and them used to take me up there to see my dad. My dad was there. That joint was a straight penitentiary.
mm-hmm. I remember my uncle was there. I went there with my grandma to go visit my uncle. This was probably like, I was like 85. No, I'm sorry. About like about 86, 87, somewhere around there. Yeah, I remember I was a kid going there. Now, back then, right, you know, at the time, you know, you said y'all was doing these shootings. Describe the city of Philadelphia for us at that time. Was it as rough as it is now, or what? Describe Philly for me at that time.
Back then, back then was basically like the end of the gang war era. However, you know, everybody was basically trying to get money. Like if you was either selling drugs or you was doing robberies.
Mm-hmm.
That was it. I mean, you know, you had a few dudes out there that was working, but you know, I had a summer job like everybody else. You know, you came up, you got a summer job, but that wasn't making no money. Minimum wage back then, what, $5, $4.50 an hour, something like that.
Mm.
So dudes weren't working those summer jobs. Dudes like, I still remember my first hustle when I was a kid. We was packing bags, shining shoes, carrying people bags from the supermarket to the car. That was your hustle back then. You had a paper route. I still remember I had a paper route. I used to work for the Bulletin. We used to take the newspapers, roll the papers up, put the rubber bands around them, throw them on people's porch. That was your hustle back then when you was coming up. Then after a while, you wanted more money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We used to go downtown, watch the dudes do the 3-car mile and rob them.
Yeah.
He'd be on the bus, snatch people. Remember we used to get the trans passes. The trans passes, everybody, you work the Trizzy. We go downtown 8 deep. You pass the
One whole trans pass got 8 people.
Yeah, 8 people on it. You know what I mean? You working the passes, passing it down, or passing it through the bus window. The bus windows used to open back then. I mean, it wasn't like how these double buses is now. It was one single bus. You open the door, you open the bus window, or open the back door. Everybody get on the back door.
Wow. Now you so that was your first bid, you said, for the 7 months of Graterford, right?
Right. I did like 8 months down detention center before I took my guilty plea, and then they sent me upstate.
Describe for us, if you can, Graterford at that time. What, like, because a lot of people say they get there and they talk about you know that wall. How was it for you getting there and seeing Graterford for the first time?
I was like stunned. Like when we pulled up the Graterford, you pull up in back then you was pulling up in the back. Wasn't no front entrance back then. You came in through the back. When you come in, as soon as you come in, first thing they ask you, where you want to send your body at? That's the first thing they ask you. You like,
Where my body
where,
going?
what you mean where I want to send my body at? Like, yeah, we want to know if anything happened to you, where you want to send your body at. I'm like, you be like confused, like, what you mean where I want to send my body at? I'm here. Or anything might happen, they explain to you, anything might happen to you, you might get killed. Then they take you through the process, you get fingerprinted, strip search, they take your picture. You know what I mean? You know how we walk around today with our
ID card?
no, we walk around with our driver's license in our pocket.
Yeah.
Your driver's license in jail is your ID. That's how you get commissary and everything.
What, your street ID?
No, your
they
jail
give you-
ID.
Your jail ID,
They
okay.
give you an ID. It's just like your driver's license. That's your driver's license in jail. Like in the feds. In the feds, you got an ID. That's your ID. You got use your ID to go everywhere you got to go. The commissary, everything. You ain't got your ID, you can't get
Visits
nothing.
and all.
Visits and everything. You
Everywhere
ain't got
you
your
go,
ID.
you need your ID.
You need
Wow.
your ID everywhere.
Wow.
Programs, you go to the program, you got to have your ID. They got to take everything off your ID, your name and your number, and they write it on the paper. And if it don't match, you can't get in.
Wow. So you get there, you see that wall. The wall at that time, was there, you was like, no turning back. Now, what was your thought? Like wow. Like, what was you thinking?
I made it to the penitentiary. Like, know, like I felt bad because I had a promising amateur boxing career. I was thinking about going to the Olympics. I was like, man, I just won. And everybody, you know, I knew everybody at Graterford, you know, from all over. As soon as I got on E Block on quarantine, it wasn't on new side then. When I went to Graterford, it was just the old side. And I went, I seen everybody, dudes I ain't seen since I was up Cornwall Heights, Glen Mills, dudes that wound up getting life sentences a bunch of time. And I was like, damn, like this where you been at? Yeah, man, I got life. I got 55 of this. Then I was scared to even tell the nigga how much time I had. Nigga, how much time you got? I'm ready to lie, like, damn, I got 2 to 5 or something. I'm like, man, I pulled my man to this, like, man, don't be telling nobody how much time you got. These niggas be trying to set you back. You know what I
But
mean?
Jeff, can you explain to the audience, right? Because I was saying something like of that nature, right? But I want you to explain in more detail of why do one have to do that? Coming in with short time around these men with life and 30, 40 years, why would one want to not reveal the time that he got?
Because there's a lot of dudes that's in there bitter, man. They don't got nothing to lose. And then it's like you teasing them. You know what I mean? It's like a pit bull. You got a pit bull. The pit bull hungry. You over there eating a steak in his face, and he ain't ate in 3 days. He's sitting there, he growling, and you just eating right in his face. You ain't offer him nothing. You ain't say, you ain't pull the fat off it and throw it over there. You know what I mean? The slim down his hunger or nothing. Like, it's like you teasing a person. And there's dudes that been in Graterford. When I got there, it was in there 20 years before I even got there, before I was even born.
This is home.
You know what I'm saying? And this is their home. That's where you going. Because you got to remember, back then, life was life. Back then in Graterford, like if you had a life sentence, that means the only way you was getting out of there back then, you was gonna leave in a body bag.
Wow.
Like I knew it was an old head dude there named Cherokee at Graterford. This dude was old as dirt back then. He used to go around and collect stamps from off the letters. Like how they doing the feds.
Take the stamp off the letter.
He used to take the stamps off. He put his daughter through college with those stamps. I don't know what the routine was back then. This was in the 80s. He was taking he used to go around anytime you get money. This was money orders was still in existence. And man, this dude, man, he would go to every block, A, B, C, D, and E block. It was 5 blocks on the old side. And I think he was on A block. He used to go around and collect the stamps and put his daughter through college with the stamps.
Wow. Off of just taking stamps off of
envelopes.
Wow.
He used to dig through the trash, get like, yo, you throwing that away? Let me get that. You know what I mean? Just take the stamps off the joint, man. And I don't know how he was cashing them in, but he was cashing them joints in. He put his daughter through college with them stamps.
So your first bid, right? So this is your first bid.
Right.
When you got there, when you got to Graterford, what was the most like the thing that said, "I'm here now"? Like you walk like an incident, something that you saw that made you like, "Wow, this is what goes on here."
My first incident I seen, I was down. I think we was in the auditorium. 2 guys got into a little. It's a bathroom in the auditorium. The auditorium is where they play the movies at. So we was down in the auditorium. You know, we used to go down there every Friday when they have a movie. So dudes went in the bathroom. They got into a little scuffle. Dudes watched the door. You know, it wasn't no big thing. So they broke the fight up. You know, they came out, shook hands or whatever. So one of the boys was from West Philly. He's fighting the boy from North Philly. So the boy, after they got finished fighting, one of the boys from West Philly, one of his homies came in down to the gym. He's like, man, what's going on? Oh, man, they just got finished drumming. The boy like, it's cool. You know, his man, the boy was fighting, was like, it's cool. He telling his man, it's cool. So the boy that came in, he like, man, what you mean it's cool, man? Nigga ain't cool. So he trying to chill his man out. And that boy pulled a dagger out, hit that nigga right in his neck, man, right there. And his man beat the boy up. But it was a fair one.
It was a one-on-one.
A one-on-one jump. So I was like, damn, I'm standing there watching. Boy bleeding out his mouth, man. Like everybody like scrambled. I'm like, damn.
Mm.
I'm like, just took a nigga life just like that, man. Hit that nigga right in his neck.
He died?
He died right there on the spot.
Mm.
I was like, wow, man. I still remember, because I was still on quarantine. See, back then you had to stay on quarantine for 90 days, and then you go to population.
Mm-hmm.
I still remember I went to Graterford September of 1987. Still remember. And that happened. I was in blues. Somebody snuck me some browns over so I can go out in population. That's what they should do. Like quarantine, you can't come off the block. Dudes used to get called off the block to go over to the hospital. And you sneak dudes to Browns so you can roll over on other blocks. I go over to my homie block and stay in his cell. We watch TV. That's when Prism and all that was out. It was the old cable box.
Old cable.
You know what I mean? So we used to sit over there, man. We went snuck. They got me out. I snuck over there to the movies with them. And the bull got hit. And they got me back to the block. I put my blues back on. And they locked the jail down. We was locked down for like 2 weeks. And dudes came to my cell like, damn, Jeff, what happened? I'm like, man, I don't know. You know what I mean? I don't know what happened. You know what I mean? But I was like, damn, I'm standing right there when the bull got hit. Like, damn, this is what go down in jail.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Like, this is what goes down, and it's real.
So the person, back then, I don't know, did they have cameras in jail at that time?
No, there wasn't no cameras down.
So the person who did it could likely get away with it at that time.
You know? Unless somebody that was dead went to the people and told them. You know what I mean? But wasn't no cameras back then, man. Like I seen so much stuff happen down Graterford, man. That joint was like, it was like a horror story. But it was like a gift and a curse, because when I did the little months down Graterford, I ain't gonna sit here and sugarcoat it. I ain't learned nothing, because it was like I was still back on the street. That's all we did. We walked the hallway, we gambled, you know what I mean? We ran the yard. Yeah, I trained. I was in the gym. I was still boxing and whatever. But it was like we was on the street. I mean, it wasn't nobody, the old heads, the old heads, they was going to college. That's when they was dudes was going to college for free.
Getting the college
degrees.
courses.
Yeah, they was getting degrees and all that. Old head John Griffin, old head boy Tyrone Works, all them dudes, man, they were smart. They had organizations, like they had the Lifers food. You can buy the Lifers food down there. You know what I mean? They had Nudie Mims, them guys ran that joint, man, with a tight fist. Them dudes, they was trying to pull us up on game, but, we was young boys, 20, 21, 22.
I'm not trying to hear none of that right now.
Yeah, I mean, that's my old, I respect my old, and I ain't going to say nothing smart to him in front of his face, but, oh, man, I don't want to hear that, man.
I see that old head always talk, man, get out
old
of here.
head tripping.
It's talking about Noonie Mims.
Yeah.
With the rest of them, because you getting them thought like, man, they mad at the world, they all old and mad, but they really knew something.
Yeah, they knew something, and one thing about them dudes, man, they had knowledge, like some of the things Nudie used to say to me, man, because Nudie and my dad came up together down Richard Island Projects, because he used to live down Richard Island before he moved down 11th and Dolphin.
Okay.
You know what I mean, so Nudie and my dad, Reggie Coles, all them guys, they came up together, Black Bart, all them guys, they came up together. So Nudie knew me when I was a baby. You know what I mean? Him, my dad, my mom, all of them, they grew up together. So, you know what I mean? That was my old head. Like, it was like my father figure. And
he was trying to give you game in the prison.
Yeah, he had history under his belt, man. Like, he used to tell me about when he was the bodyguard for Elijah Muhammad. You know what I mean? Like, I remember back in the day when I was a kid, when he had the ice cream stand on Germantown and Huntington. You know what I mean? Like, them dudes, like, back then it was real brotherhood, man. Like, those guys, like, the men of today are nothing like the men of back then. You know what I mean?
Agree.
Like,
I agree.
They pulled your coat. Yeah, it was a few old heads that put a battery in your back, but for the most part, the old heads, they was about helping each other. Bo Baines, Jeremiah Shabazz, Lonnie Dawson, all those guys like that, man. Those guys, man, even though they was young, they was giving the game to the young boys.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They was about doing for the community. Because back then in our neighborhood, wasn't no Chinese stores and nothing like that. No, it was all black. All black. North Philly, South Philly, West Philly. I don't know what year the Chinese, all these Chinese stores and stuff start opening up. But for the most part, everything was black owned. Mainly in South Philly. South Philly, the only thing that wasn't black was 9th Street.
Mm-hmm.
9th what's that, Washington?
Mm-hmm.
Everything else was basically black. Or the Italians, when the Italians had their little thing wherever down there, down 9th Street. But other than that, everything else was black.
Wow. So you get out, right? You get out. You said that you did 7-8 months, and you said you didn't, like you just was still on the streets. So what was your next case you court? And
I wound up catching another shooting the following year. Wound up getting locked back up. And then I got a shooting, and then I wound up getting into it with a cop. There was a cop down my way. Well, he used to patrol my neighborhood back in the day. Me and him had a little feud or whatever, but it wasn't nothing to me. Like, we had words or whatever. So one day he came down there. I'm parked at the top of my block, and he was behind me. I didn't know he was a cop.
mm-hmm.
So he jumped out the car. Yo, move your effing car out the way. He was in plain clothes. His girl was getting high. She was from down the way. So she would tell us, he coming down, watch yourself, yada, yada, yada. And he had his car on the street like, yo, move your effing car out the street. But I seen him reaching, like he was reaching for a gun. So I'm looking at my rear view mirror, and in my passenger mirror, I'm looking. So he walking up to my car. So I jumped out the car like, yo, what's up? Like, man, move your effing car out the street. So I'm like, yo, I'm gonna move my car. So like, nigga, move your car now. So we wound up having words again. So he acted like he was reaching for a John. He wound up shooting me, and I wound up shooting him. I wound up going back for that. He said I pulled a gun out on him, blah, 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 blah. He pulled the gun out on me.
You didn't even know he was a cop.
Identified himself as a cop. So I wound up getting locked up.
Where you get hit at? Where you get shot at?
I got shot in my neck right here.
Mm.
You know what I mean? But it was, you know what I mean? It was ugly because I didn't even know he shot me. I got in the car and I pulled off. When I got in the car, I see blood on my shirt. I'm like, what the hell? Nigga shot me in my neck.
So you had to go to the hospital.
Yeah, I wound up getting rid of the gun, went to the hospital. Coincidentally, he there. That's him.
Where he get hit at?
He got hit in the shoulder.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? So it was like,
And they locked you up there on the spot.
locked me up on the spot. Wound up getting locked up, went back, wound up going back to jail. I had to do my violation time first. Then I turned over to the new number. You know what I mean? They maxed me out on my last number, and then I turned over to the new number.
And how much time you got for that?
2.5 to 5.
Oh, 2.5 to 5?
Yeah, but then I went back and I gave back, I think I gave back maybe like a year. So I wound up doing like a year and a half. You know what I mean? So they kept saying when I got shot, they were saying I was going to be paralyzed, this, that, and the third. I went back in the gym, started training again. Then they started letting me leave Graterford to go out the box.
Yeah, Bernard mentioned that. Yeah. So let me ask you this. You talking about boxing. What inspired you to box, though? And how old was you when you started?
Well, my grandfather was a boxer back in the day. My grandfather was a boxer, so I used to watch him, my uncles, a lot of my cousins, a couple of my brothers boxed. So I just basically, for real, from the beginning, I didn't like boxing. I ain't really like fighting for real. But I was forced to fight because I had a bunch of sisters. And, I was the smallest out the crew, so, and I'm always outside. So I liked to fight, but I didn't like to box.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So my grandfather used to put me in the ring with my cousins, and they used to beat the brakes off me until I learned
how to box.
How to box.
Hey, listen, I know you hear all this stuff about home care. Home care is dying, or home care is no longer what it was years ago, but it's coming back around. Don't forget, I'm telling you first, contact TNS Licensing and Consulting. Start your home care agencies today. Right now, for just $999, you can start the process to get your home care agency up and running. That's $999. Contact TNS Licensing and Consulting to get you your LLC, your EIN, everything going in home care. Because the MCOs are coming back around. You don't want to miss out. Next year is going to be a big year for home care. Call now, 267-534-5053. That's 267-534-5053. Don't wait. I know you see this commercial. Call now. TNS Licensing and Consulting. They will start the process to get your home care agency off the ground. That's 267-534-5053 for only $999. Get the process started today. TNS Licensing and Consulting. 267-534-5053. TNS Licensing and Consulting. Call now. Get your home care agency started for only $999 right now.
So you started the box. You said you ain't really like boxing.
Right.
And what made you keep doing it?
Well, I had no other choice. I wound up going to the juvenile jail. I went up Glen Mills. I ran, and then I got out. I mean, I ran from Glen Mills. I wound up getting caught. They sent me back. Then I wound up getting running again. Then I got caught again. They sent me up Newcastle. Me, my buddy Blanco, Nazim Richardson.
Mm-hmm.
Me and Nazim, I used to train
Trey
Bernard.
Bernard, yeah.
Yeah, me and him, we was up there together.
Oh, wow.
So me and Nazim, we used to train together on the block. We was on the same block together, juvenile block of Newcastle. Newcastle is like a youth development center. It's like Cornwall Heights.
Mm-hmm.
We was up there together. I started training up there. I used to tell him about how my grandfather was boxing, and he used to tell me he used to box back in the day. So me and Nazim used to train me up there when we was kids. Like, we used to cut the sheet, make our own hand wraps. They had a heavy bag. And we was from Philly. We was all the way up there near Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
So you know them Pittsburgh boys down there, to fight, they upjack you.
Oh, it was a Pittsburgh scoop, they always call it?
Yeah, the Pittsburgh scoop. So they ain't like Philly. You know, even if you wasn't boxing for Philly, you knew how to fight. You know what I mean? So the Pittsburgh boys ain't really like the Philly boys, but we was up there deep. So even though we was on separate units, all of us stuck together. You know what I mean? Even though, you know, we was dudes just from all over Philly. You know what I mean? Up Newcastle, we was on different blocks, but we all stuck together.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. So Bernard speaks about, you know, Bernard was up here. He talked about, you know, some training and, you know, some, you know, fighting, and, you know, and he mentioned you as one of the people that kept him sharp while he was, you know, in jail and so forth and so on. Any good memories from you and Bernard upstate at the same time?
Yeah, we used to spar every day. Like I learned a whole lot from Bernard, and I don't know if he learned anything from me, but
He said that he did, yeah.
Yeah, I learned a lot from Bernard, man. We used to train every day. He used to come in, get ready for his fights, come in from the street, box in the jail, you know, and I took my hat to him because he was the longest reigning champ for Philadelphia, representing Philly to the fullest, you know what I mean? And I appreciate a lot that he did, you know, as far as on the boxing tip, man. Like, you know, Bowie Fisher helped me a lot, you know what I mean? And he brought, you know, Bernard along as well, you know what I mean? Well, matter of fact, man, Bernard turned pro the same year, 88.
Wow.
Yeah, we turned pro the same year.
Now, you also did Fed time as well.
Yes.
So what was you in the Feds for?
I got caught with a gun and some drugs.
And what was this? What year was this?
2013.
Well, before I go through that, is an incident that he mentioned to you and he mentioned to me about, you know, you coming down from upstate and, you know, you get kind of Jack, you can talk about that.
He came down on Rick, and we was over to CFCF. And we was over there breaking law over there, like you said, in jail. At times, you over there, you doing things, so you ain't really learning nothing, especially with the stuff that they got at your disposal for you to get your hands on, as far as phones and contraband cigarettes and stuff like that. And you had came to the cell. Me and my man Side, we were cellies. And I told you, Jeff, man. I said, this lady that's working the block, this correctional officer, she a dog. But for some reason, I think that you thought that you had it under control. I want you to tell the fans what happened that day, man.
Yeah, man. A friend of mine passed the phone off to me when I was down there. I came down on writ. I had won my appeal to get my time back. So I came down from upstate. I was in the SMU. So, I came down, and this when the cell phones just start jumping off, coming through the jails. So you be mindful. I ain't never see, I remember the cell phones when I was a kid, the big brick.
Yeah.
But,
the Motorola joint.
The Motorola joint, the joint you have in your car, the little car joint. But I ain't never see a phone the size of my hand. So when I came down, my boy was like, listen, man, you need a phone? I'm going to get you a phone. So I'm like, you going to get me a phone? So I'm like, all right. So he gave me the phone. So I go on the block. Like, yeah, I got a phone. They telling me what to do with it, how to use it. And I think it was a Nokia.
Mm-hmm.
So
that's exactly what it was.
They give me the joint. So he tell me like, oh man, this lady, man, I don't care nothing about no nigga. I'm in the hole. I don't care nothing about nobody coming up. Man, that lady ain't worried about me. I got this. It's on. So I get the joint, man. We on there. We blowing. Oh, man, let me hold the joint. Man, let me talk, man. I'm so anxious to be on the phone, man. Like, you gotta be mindful. I came from the SMU, so the only time you get a phone call, I was on phase 5. Phase 5, man, you got all DC time, so I ain't seen a phone in about 2 years.
Oh,
Hey.
And that was the phone on the wall.
Yeah.
That you gotta call collect.
You be monitored on that
So
phone.
yeah, it's monitored. So they gave me a real phone. I'm like, oh man, it was on. I ain't know how to act. I ain't seen the cell phone. First, I ain't even know how to dial out on the joint. They had to show me how to dial out and everything. I mean, as soon as he said that, maybe like a half hour later, the lady walk in there on with the phone. She tell me, get the phone up. I'm looking at her like, yeah, okay. I do that joint. Everybody scattered like roaches to get away from that joint.
The gig was up. Jeff like, oh man, I told Jeff, man. And you went to the whole crowd that day.
Yeah.
You felt good, like, come on, we out.
No doubt. What they was going to do, man? I came from the SMU anyway. I was happy to be in population. You know what I mean?
Wow. So so that incident happened, and he always talk about that all the time. Now from there, let's talk about your Fed time. You went in the Feds. How long did you do in the Feds?
I did 10 years in the Feds. I did from 2014 to 2024. I wound up putting in a direct appeal. They gave me 211 months, and I gave it back. They gave me an illegal sentence. They over-sentenced me. They were telling me that my score, my criminal history score was a 30, and I'm arguing with my lawyer, telling my lawyer, I haven't been in jail in 20 years. I did a 20-year bid, so there's no way in the world my points could be that high. So he argued me down. No, this, that. I said, man, the highest my points can be, and I went, because I stayed in the law library. You know what I mean? So I go on the computer. I'm like, I never been locked up for drugs before. I got locked up for drugs on the case that I did the 20 years, but that was my first drug offense. I never got actually caught with no drugs. The guy said that we robbed him for some drugs. So I'm like, I never got convicted of drugs. I got convicted of kidnapping. So there's no way in the world my points can be that high. Or you a 30 or 32. I'm like, there's no way in the world my points can be that high. I haven't had a conviction in 20 years. So there's no way in the world my points can be that high. They sentenced me anyway. They were trying to sentence me to Armed Career Criminal Act, ACCA. They were trying to give me 360 months to 386 months. I'm telling my lawyer, I don't fit the criteria of an armed career criminal. Maybe a career criminal, but not an armed career criminal. even though I got found with a gun.
Yeah.
The feds, they play so many games with this sentencing act with people, right? They'll charge you, like for instance, me or you, we already convicted felons already in the state. So there's, for instance, like if I get caught with a gun and the state picked my case up, the state know that the case, they're gonna throw the case out because the case is weak. The feds will be sitting right there waiting to pick your case up because they know they're gonna get 3 times as much time from you
Exactly.
than the state will. You know what I mean? Because I remember back in the day when you got caught with a gun,
was 1
you got
and
11,
2, if
a
that,
1
yeah.
and 2, 11 after 23. Dudes was getting caught with guns
That's
like
not a
this.
violent crime. A gun was a misdemeanor.
A
Your first
misdemeanor.
case.
It was a roofer. V-U-F-A. They
Yep.
call that John roofer. Like when you got locked up in the state, now the feds got hip to it. They said a lot of these dudes is convicted felons, so we get them, they automatically gonna get 5 years mandatory for this gun.
60 months.
60 months. Now you get locked up with drugs in the
Shit,
gun,
924C.
you're gonna get 9. Now if you get locked up without drugs, you gonna get a 922G. But if you get locked up, like I got locked up with, I got 841A and I got 924C and 922G. So now, this is the law right now. They can't charge you with 2 guns no more now. That's what they had to take off my record. If you get convicted with drugs and a gun, they can't give you the 922G now. They can only give you the 922C. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times, a lot of these dudes, they get so scared, they plead out to everything. But you don't even have to do that. Just go to trial. Because if one thing about you going to trial, they're going to make a mistake on your case.
Yes, they is.
So many dudes be so scared to face the government. Like I went against the government. I rumbled the government. I went to trial. Guy got on the stand. He testified on me. He lied. Told them I did X, Y, Z, X, Y, Z. I got found guilty. I snapped out in the courtroom, man. Like I wasn't supposed to. I lost my cool, and I snapped out in the courtroom because I knew the dude was lying. Dude got up on the stand. He testified for 3 hours and 45 minutes, saying that I did this, I did that, I did this, I did that. I ain't gonna put his name out there because I know I'm still on probation. I'm still on parole, so I wouldn't even put him out there. But it's just sad the way these guys out here today, they look up to the guys that sent people to jail. Like for instance, Alpo. Alpo sent the man to jail for 7 life sentences. Alpo got out of jail when I was in MDC Brooklyn.
They had a parade for him.
They had a parade for him. They was down here honoring this dude that sent all these people to jail. The same way with the boy Rafer Edmonds. They honoring these dudes that sent people to jail that's died. People that have died in jail. Their moms and pops that died in jail.
Yeah.
However, they look up to these dudes. They respect the people who told more than they respect the dudes that stood up.
Let me ask you a question. Did you meet in Alpo in prison or Rafer Evans in prison?
No, I met a whole lot of dudes in there, man. Before I left, I wound up running to R. Kelly. What's the other guy name? His girl, he messed with the girl Yandy.
Mendeece's.
Mendeece. All of them was over MDC Brooklyn with me.
How was R. Kelly? You talked to him?
Yeah, I was in North Carolina. I went over. I was in Butner too. So we left from Butner. We went over to the hospital. We was going to get X-rays and blood tests and stuff, right? So it was funny because when we came in, I was looking at him. He had a cane in his hand. So we came in first. I had to use the bathroom, so I go to use the bathroom. Walk past, I look like R. Kelly. I'm saying that to myself. So when I came back out, I told the guard, I said, man, I look like, man, he's like, man, that ain't no R. Kelly. So we all had to sit in that same area, the sitting area, before we went to see the doctor.
Yeah.
R. Kelly sitting right beside me. So I'm looking like, man, what's going on? We spoke to each other, said a few words. Oh, yeah, I'm R. Kelly. I introduced us. Everybody introduced themselves. You know, we busted it up. Man, listen, man, I sat down, man, I had a real nice conversation with him, man. Like, he talked to everybody down to earth, telling me how, you know, he transitioned from being a millionaire to being in jail eating Chi-Chis. Like he sat down, man. He told me about his life story, man. Tell me how they framed him. They got him on a RICO Act. And like, man, he was telling me how he was still doing his music. He said he got 24 albums getting ready to drop. You know what I mean? Like, I had a nice conversation with him, man. Down to earth dude, man. Like, he had me cracking up in that joint because we were talking about a few people that we knew in Chicago. You know what I mean? We busted up. He was like, man, you know, he gonna give his time back. He got a big lawsuit against Lifetime, the people that are running Lifetime Network. Said he got a big lawsuit against them and his wife.
Wow. He said he was on the cane?
Yeah, no, he had like a walking stick. You know what I mean? Like a cane. But
okay.
I don't think it was nothing wrong with him, though.
Oh, he just had it.
Yeah, he just had it.
He might have had it to be a weapon to protect himself, but you never know. People have them joints in there.
Yeah, the feds, for real, like a lot of people in the feds be thinking, I mean, if they send you to the pen, there's a lot of stuff going down. But he was at the camp.
Yeah.
So he was chilling, man. Wasn't nobody, you know what I mean?
What about Mendices? You met him? I know he did some time there too.
Yeah, I seen Mendices, you know, but we was on separate units.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I wound up seeing him, but, you know, like, them dudes just another dude in jail.
Yeah, all that is stripped from you. That famous, you in jail, man.
All that stuff, man. Them dudes is like, I was over New York. There was a lot of those terrorist dudes over there. Like a whole lot of terrorist dudes that like had the terrorist support, like they was helping people, sending money back over or whatever, man. Like you know, in Philly, you know, we got a big Muslim community in Philly.
Yeah.
I was kind of surprised in New York. New York got more foreign Muslims than they got like us.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying?
That's
like
from
black
the
Muslims.
actual city, yeah.
Right, exactly. So it was a lot of foreigners over there, man. Like MDC Brooklyn, to me, was better than Philly because, you know, even though you stayed on the block all day long, it was.
I ain't like it,
more, I ain't like it either. But to me, it was a little better than. It was more better than FDC.
I probably liked it because I was in Philly still.
Right.
Getting to visit. Matter of fact, ain't no probably about it. Let me ask you a question, Jeff, because I asked a couple of dudes to come up here. Well, everybody that been to prison come up here. And I want the fans to know because we have a debate about this. And I'm quite sure you've seen both instances of this happening. Either dude getting that lock and sock on his head or getting that knife. Now, we both know they do damage. Now, I'm going to use this as a hypothetical. I want you to picture yourself in the situation. If you was there watching TV and you had beef with a dude, and a dude came at you unbeknown to you, would you rather him use the knife or would you rather him use the lock and sock?
I take the lock and the sock.
You gonna take the lock and sock over that knife?
Yeah, because
that lock and sock is out of pocket, man.
I take my chance with the lock and the sock because I might be able to grab it.
But if you ain't seen it coming, you watching TV.
I take the lock and the sock. But nigga hit you with that bone crusher and you don't see it, it's over.
Yeah.
It's over.
Yeah.
I'd rather take a hickey.
No, sometimes it don't be no hickey.
Yeah, but
I seen that lock and sock.
I seen it do damage, but
Knock teeth out, break. I'm talking about viciously.
I think I take my chance with the lock and the sock. I think I take my chance with the lock and the sock.
Over that knife.
Over the knife, because the knife is vicious.
Yeah, that knife is vicious.
Especially if a dude got that bone crusher.
And he's serious.
And he's serious, he know what he's doing.
Yeah.
A nigga with a lock and the sock, he might hit you and you react and he swing it again and wrap around your arm. You got a chance of fighting him back.
Yeah.
Now the knife, nigga hit you with the knife in the right place, you going down.
But that lock on your head, you going out.
Yeah, you going out. Yeah,
I've seen a lot of lock and sock joints.
But I think I take my chance with the lock and the sock. The knife ain't no joke, man. Once that knife go in you, and you don't know, or ice pick.
Mm-hmm. That's that, yeah. And the ice pick worse than the knife.
Yeah, that's a vicious joint.
And I'm quite sure you done seen both instances numerous occasions.
Yeah, I seen that joint crazy, man.
Wow. Now you did state time and fed time, right? Now, what do you think is the more difficult? Is it more difficult in the state or more difficult in the feds? Because he always debates that.
All right, maybe you asked the question in a way that more difficult. What do you think is more?
Would you prefer to do time in the state or in the feds?
No, because he might say no. You can't even ask him that because he might say state because he's from Pennsylvania, Philly.
Okay.
Okay. What's more? It can get out of hand at I'm talking about all the way out of hand at the drop of a dime, the feds or the state.
The feds.
And why you say that?
Feds, because there's a lot of race riots going on there, and then there's like cars. Like we from Philly, New Jersey, New York. We really supposed to hang together, but the New York niggas, they really don't like Philly. So Philly and Jersey is like really, we really supposed to bond in there because it's like cars and the feds.
Well, 066 cars.
Yeah, 066,
That's Philly.
059, that's Philly, and then I think Jersey is
I forgot they
I
number.
forgot their joint, but New York is like 054,
Something like that.
052.
I'm going to get all the numbers down
But
pat.
the thing about the feds, man, they might send you to Oklahoma. It might be 2 dudes there from Philly. You know what I mean? They might send you to Mississippi because they grind me up. They gave me diesel therapy.
Tell them what diesel therapy is.
Diesel therapy, they put you on that plane, and you don't know where you're gonna land at. They might fly you. They might take you from MDC. No, they might take you from FDC Philly, drive you to MDC Brooklyn, then drive you to Harrisburg. You go to the airport. That's the airlift. You get on the airport right there on the plane. From there, they might fly you to Kentucky.
Right.
You go to Kentucky, you fly there, you might get to the airport maybe 7:30 in the morning. The plane don't leave at 9. You on the plane from 9 to 12:30 in the afternoon going to Kansas. You get to Kansas, they fly you from Kansas, they take you to a county jail in Kansas for about 4 hours. You sit in the receiving room there, you get back on the bus, the school bus, get on that, you fly back. You go they drive you back to the airport. You going to Oklahoma.
See, y'all hear that? The youth and people out here breaking law, you hear that? You committed crime in Philadelphia, and they say they'll fly you to Oklahoma.
All over the country.
Your family can never come see you.
Over. Your family gonna see you once you get designated to where you going at.
Or if you're too far.
If you too far, you ain't gonna get no visit.
I was over Cali for 7 years.
Yeah, they got Victorville, they got Lompoc out there.
Herlon, Mendola.
And one thing about the feds, they don't care nothing about how tough you is. None of that. Like
They don't care about none of that.
they don't care who you is. I was in MDC Brooklyn with the old head boy Akbar Press, and he used to run the classes up there. From Jersey. He taught me how to do the credit, clean up the credit and all that. Oh man, listen, man, beautiful dude, man. Beautiful dude. I sit down. He used to tell me about when he was in the nation, how he used to come to Philly and all that, man. We used to have nice conversations. I used to meet him down in Juma all the time or over at his classes over there at the chapel. Beautiful dude, man.
Yeah.
Beautiful brother, man. Like he home now. He came home right after me. Beautiful dude though, man. Got him great.
Where y'all meet up at, Jeff? Where y'all was at?
Button.
Oh, y'all down North Carolina, right?
Yeah, we was down North Carolina, man. The Deuce, the medium, man. He beautiful dude, man. I learned a lot from that dude, man. Teaching you how to do the credit repair and all that. Hook your credit up, man. Like he had all types of programs up there.
Let me ask you a question. You ever been in one of these federal zones? And because you're not just judged by yourself in the feds. And I try to tell the audience that, like, when you're in the feds, you're like, my actions can affect you.
No doubt.
I could be on my unit and knock out a nigga from DC, and you don't know nothing. You on another unit, but niggas know you from Philly. They know me and you walkies. And DC niggas will be like, well, listen, all right, the two homies, the Philly nigga went to the hole, DC nigga went to the hole, but his homie Jeff down there and such is over there. Like, have you ever been on the yard with something somebody else did affected you?
Yeah, no doubt. I was in North Carolina. One of my young boys from Philly, he was rumbling one of the blood niggas from New York. They was rumbling on the block. So we came out in the yard. You know, everybody, link up in the yard. Yo, what's up? Now, I mean, a lot of dudes you didn't mess with, but they was from Philly, so
you had to,
you had to mess with them. So they wound up getting in the fights with New York boys. They ganged up. You know what I mean? Yeah, man, the boys smashed my man from New York. But they was rumbling about some dudes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Niggas be smoking that K2, they be tripping in that joint. So they was rumbling or whatever. The young boy got out on them. They went to the hole. So we ain't know what happened. We just know the block got locked down over there. So we came out in the yard. Niggas from New York, yeah, man, your man, this, that, and that. I said, listen, man, they rumble? All right, that's that. You know, y'all niggas acting like y'all trying to fight or something like, oh, it ain't like that, man. We I said, well, what is y'all talking about it for? If they rumble one-on-one, ain't nobody jump them. And they was fighting over deuce. Like, we gonna crash out about some niggas that was smoking some deuce?
But yeah.
Nah.
Come on, man. Like, I mean, yeah, we know that's y'all big homie and all that, but you know, it seems like the gang culture of the day, and I don't look down upon nobody because whatever dude into, I can't, like, I had dudes that I knew, young boys that I met from Philly that was riding with the dudes that was doing the gang thing. And I told them, listen, man, if that's what you into, just keep it away from me. Because you can't be Muslim and a gangbanger too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, oh, Jeff, man, you tripping, man. You spooked out. You on some religious stuff. I said, no, I ain't got nothing to do with the religion thing. Right is right, wrong is wrong. Like, you my homie. Right or wrong, I'ma ride with you. I ain't gonna check you in front of these niggas.
Yeah, exactly.
But when we get by, nigga, we in the hole, nigga, you was dead wrong. Nigga.
You was out of pocket.
You was out of pocket. I'ma ride with you. I ain't gonna turn my back on you, leave you. You
can't do that.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right or wrong, I'ma ride with you, but damn, don't keep me in the dark.
Exactly.
That's like me doing a robbery and then giving you the car
That you did the robbery.
that you did the robbery.
And
You
tell me.
ride around, niggas cut on you. And niggas kill you now. Oh, I don't know what happened. Don't keep me in the dark. Give me the game.
Exactly.
See, I'm sitting here now, Jeff, and I see that, you know, because I've ran into you a couple times over the years. I'm talking about within a 25, 26 year span.
Right.
And I know your name. See, you downplaying it. For the men that know you for real, a lot of men know you. They know you knocking shit out in there and everything.
Right.
You wasn't this settled in your younger years.
It took me a long time to get here, man. Like all my setbacks, my biggest thing when I was in jail, man, I was fighting with myself.
Right.
Like I used to be so, man, like I went to even when I was in the state, I did 20 years in upstate. I did 9 years of that in the SMU.
Right.
I
And for
went
people
back-
that don't know what the SMU is, it's a lockdown
It's a
program.
lockdown, special management unit.
Smooth. Yo, talking about the smooth program.
Yeah, I went through that program, and like, man, you talking about miserable, man, dudes was like throwing shit on each other, throwing feast, like taking a crap in the hand, throwing, like you'll be in cages, they got kennels, and it's like this right here, but it's all sectioned off. It might be 20 cages, 10 up front, 10 in the back. You might got 3 dudes across from you, they gang one, you in the middle. A dude might take a crap in his hand and throw it.
Through the gate.
Through the gate. You caught in the middle, like the smell is everywhere. Oh man, it just be so dudes biting their lips, spitting blood on each other, shooting dookie under dudes' door with the cars and all that, man. I'm talking about that joint, man, was like it's like an inhumane whole situation.
For animals.
Man.
Animals can't even be housed in there.
I seen a young boy, I was in the SMU, man, like it was a terrible sight. He was from Pittsburgh. The police was messing with him all the time, like you'll get burnt for your trades. Like if you ain't standing on your door, you gotta be on the door with the lights on when they give out the trays. A lot of times the police will walk past your door trying to be smart, and they burn you for your tray.
You
Or
know you
they-
need that, hungry as hell.
Listen, and they'd be 2 doors away, and you'll hear him come on, trays on the block, and you'll lay down trying to time them to get to your cell. They 2 doors away, you'll jump up, and the nigga, oh, you ain't had your light on, he'll go right past. Burnt you for your tray. They do the same thing for the yard. I mean, listen, them white folks are so diabolical up that joint, man. Like it's like back in the day, like when I was coming through, it was more of a physical. Now,
It's
them
mental.
white folks is all mental, man. Like they burn you out, man, all the way around the board, man. Like it's like jail ain't the place to be. Like I wouldn't send my worst enemy to jail.
When did you, Jeff, come to, like when you was winding down in your bids and off your last bid, at what point did you say, yeah, this is it?
Man, I've been saying it was it.
But when do you know it was, though? Because right now I can tell
Look.
that you ain't going to send yourself back to prison right now on some foolishness.
Everyone knows prison is a serious matter. prison is oppression, but nothing's worse than going to prison and not knowing what to expect, or coming home after being incarcerated for years and not knowing what to expect. We help you here at Tales from the Jails. We offer consultation for those who are going to prison, also those who are coming home from prison, and also we have different features and options for those who are in prison. If you're looking for consultation to assist you in these matters, contact us, talesfromthejail.com. That's talesfromthejail.com. Book your consultation today.
Listen, this last bid, when I did that 10 years in the feds, when I went, I didn't even have no gray in my beard. My beard was still black. I was fighting the feds for my life. They was threatening my family. Oh, the car was in this person's name. The car was in that person's name. And they kept pressing me about it. Like, my lawyer trying to gas me up. Oh, somebody said that a guy said that y'all was doing this, that, and the third. You should go over there and talk to the prosecutor. I said, I'm cool, man. I'm not talking to nobody about nothing. Whatever they got on me, if the prosecutor's sure they got something on me and I did something illegal, tell them to come get me.
That's right.
Because one thing about the feds don't play no games. If they got you, they gonna come lock you up.
They ain't playing no games, man.
They ain't doing no guessing, even if they lie on you.
Because they will do that.
And they lose. They don't care. Because it ain't no, it's money well spent. If they get 2 days out of you, it's money well spent to them.
Yes, it is.
Wow. He always talk about something, and my guy Mo, shout out to Mo Easy, talk about the transit. He said the worst transit spot for him was Atlanta.
I went to Atlanta. I went through Atlanta. Atlanta now, if they shut it down, it's just transit.
Yeah.
Oh man, that joint is it looked like Holmesburg. It's right downtown. It's right down the hood in Atlanta. Right across from a gas station.
And a masjid. You'll hear the advise.
And everything. Hey, listen. That spot, man.
The police will kill you in there.
It's old like Holmesburg.
Yep.
It's an old building just like Holmesburg.
And it's black police working in there.
Black police.
They will beat
from
you
Atlanta,
to death.
They treat you bad as far as on the they talk dirty to you in that joint. Oh, you don't want your trader, nigga? They worse than the white.
Yeah.
It seems like, man, the black people treat you worse than the white people, man. Like, I learned one thing, man, the feds, man. And this was another wake-up call for me in the feds. Now, if a white boy get locked up, he get locked up for rape. He can rape his mom, his daughter, kill his grandmother, cat, dog, everything. His family gonna still come see him.
Yes, they is. They is.
Puerto Ricans, the same way. They can do anything under the sun, man. Their family still gonna stick with them. Blacks, we get locked up, man. Your family, I ain't gonna see that nigga.
Yep. It was an excuse.
You could be taking care of your whole family.
Absolutely correct.
And still left money out there. And it's the same way when you come in. When you come in through these joints, man, through the penitentiary state of feds, I learned, man, we can't stick together for nothing.
Nothing.
The blacks and the Puerto Ricans and the whites, they don't care, man. You come on a unit, about time you get to your cell, you got a bag, you got clothes, you got everything. You come on the block, a black dude, oh man, I know that nigga. That nigga from New York. I know that nigga. That nigga from West Philly. I don't know that nigga.
Yep.
You can't get a roll of toilet paper.
Apply a toilet paper.
Listen, let a nigga find out you got some deuce. Oh, that nigga got that deuce. Oh, it's gas. And you'll give 10, 11 bags coming to you.
You the next best thing than God if you got some deuce.
Yeah, and it's bad, man. Like our people, man, we can't stick together for nothing. I don't know if we retarded from slavery or what, man, but we can't stick together for nothing.
You know who told me that? A white boy named, I ain't gonna put his name out there, but he doing life sentences and he was the head of the ABs out in California. And we was in the hole together, but one thing in California jails and the feds, they don't mix no races.
Right.
Like they will not put you in the cell with a Mexican or a white boy.
No doubt.
You would never end up in the cell with them.
Right.
They not having you come in there, period, out in California.
Right.
But me and Peter, me and the white boy, we got real cool. And we used to be through the vent. And he used to be like, yo, you know how y'all always lose in race riots? Because say we get into it with a Philly dude. So it'll be all the Philly dudes out there, but how many of y'all out here? 10, 15 people? We in California. Y'all in our backyard.
Right.
The rest of the blacks, the Cali blacks, the other blacks,
Chicago.
they standing to the side.
Yep.
Philly, that's Philly niggas. We gonna see how they handle it.
And
You do something to a Spanish boy, oh my eyes.
all the Spanish boys from all over the world
I'm
coming out.
talking about police and everything.
Once they hear that,
You
they
do
moving up.
something to a Spanish boy, man, they coming.
Yeah.
And they ain't just trying to hear it was just him. What's up with all y'all? We gonna make sure this don't happen again.
Yep. And
Yeah.
Wow.
it's just
And
it's sad, man. Like it's sad, man.
Can't stick together, man.
Can't stick together for nothing, man.
Out here or in there.
Yeah.
and if we did, we'd be the strongest.
Man, the white boy told me, man, he said y'all the strongest in everything y'all do. He a white boy telling me this. He said we can't do workout like y'all. Y'all be thinking faster than us. He said, but when we get y'all that every time, y'all divided.
Yep.
We win every goddamn time.
And you look at it. You look at all the sports we run. Only thing we don't run is hockey.
And the
We
black
run-
boys is getting in there
Yeah,
though.
look,
If you look.
We run basketball. We run football. We run boxing. We
Baseball.
run baseball. Us and the Spanish run
Yeah.
baseball.
Mm-hmm.
But for the most part, we run all the sports. Hockey, not hockey, soccer, all that.
Yeah.
But we can't stick together in nothing. We can't stick together for nothing.
Yeah, man. I know, cause it's like you said out here. You see it out here every day. We killing each other. Like brother made a statement. He said, "Who we saying watch your body for? Who we saying be safe for? We're not saying be safe for nothing other than ourselves. Watching people that look just like us.
Yeah.
We gotta tell. We're saying watch your body for somebody that look just like you. And it's sad.
Yeah.
It's sad. You locking your door at night, walk around with your gun on you for people like you. You ain't looking for nobody else.
And then the bad thing about it is they giving people gun licenses, right? You got women walking around talking about, I'm licensed to carry. Like they threatening you that they got a gun.
Mm.
But you see the women today, I mean, we already got the signs because there's a hadith saying that the women gonna be walking around naked. And one man gonna be taking care of 50 women.
Mm-hmm.
That's happening today.
Yeah, it is.
And the children
And
rebel against their parents.
And they ain't talking about sexually. They might it might be physically, it might be mentally. We got nieces, we got daughters, we got granddaughters, we got aunts.
Mm-hmm.
And you get that call. She might be going through it. Yeah, I'm going through it right now. You know, your uncle died. Da, 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 da. You feel what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, no matter what, the women need us.
Yeah.
I got a big brother right now, man, that comes, you know, this is my brother from another mother, my brother Smiley. He came here with me.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Shout out
my
to Smiley.
that's my inspiration, man. Like a lot of people like he keep his foot on my neck. A lot of times I be wanting to go left. And I call him like, yo, bro, like I'm this, that, and the third. He be like, yo, where you at? Because if he don't hear from me in a couple days, you know where he coming to? The crib. Yo, what's up? You know what I mean?
But men like us need that, Jeff.
You know what I mean? Like I would rather have a person give me the truth than blow smoke in my ear. You know what I mean?
Yeah, me and him argue all the time about stuff. He called me, but I understand. So I try to try my best to be a brother.
Right.
Because we should be able to tell each other what's going on. He should be able to get the truth from me, and I should be able to get the truth from him.
Right.
We should be able to accept that and understand that we only gonna tell each other the truth.
Right.
Like we go through the same stuff all the time. He called me 1 and 2 in the morning or something like that. I'm in the crib. I'm in the house. I go in the house, but he likes to be out. So he'll call me. I'm like, yo, what is you doing there anyway? What is you like? You know.
And then you gotta remember, like guys like us that been in jail, people know. So a lot of times people be trying to bait you into situations, man. Because
Facts.
A lot of these dudes don't want to see you out here doing good. They would prefer you either dead or back in somebody's jail cell. You know why? They ain't jealous of you because nothing financially. They jealous because your popularity. People might like you. And the person might not like them. You know what I mean? I had to cut off a lot of strings with people, man.
Right,
people
bro.
that was close to me, man. Like, I had to learn to be selfish. You know what I'm saying? I had to learn to be selfish with myself because every time something happened, everybody come to me. I'm going to call Jeff. I'm going to call my brother. I'm going to call my uncle.
That's over with.
Like, every time I come playing cat to save them, and I get back in jail, I can't get a J-Pay. I can't get a Western Union. I can't get nothing. Not that I be expecting nothing from nobody, but ain't nobody offering either.
But it would be nice.
Yeah, it would be nice. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't, like we come, like, you look at us as a people. We came from slavery.
Yeah.
With nothing. They said we was stupid. Like, we done had kings. Our people built the pyramids. They had no measuring tapes. They ain't had no
drills.
No drills. They ain't had no bulldozers. They built the pyramids that still exist to the day. We had Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. This man came and changed the whole format of the world.
Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah. Like, you look at it, man, like, he even taught us how to use the bathroom.
Everything.
Everything.
How to be intimate with your wife. Everything.
Yeah, like, you look at it, you look at this, man, like this is a blessing in itself right here. Allah bless y'all with this right here, man. And y'all touching the universe.
Alhamdulillah.
You feel what I'm saying? Y'all giving out nasihat to the universe. And it's funny, one of y'all last episodes, I seen Beanie Siegel on there.
Yeah.
I'm at work yesterday. I'm coming down through Nicetown. I run into Beanie right there. They doing the video. I run into him. They getting ready. They setting the cameras up, getting ready to do a video right there on 19 with Winger Hockey.
Shout out to Siegel.
I mean, shout out to Beans. You know what I mean? It's just funny, man. Like, the opportunities that we got as black people, man. Like 100 years ago, weren't no millionaires. Weren't no millionaires around, man. We got an opportunity, man, like to be billionaires.
Yeah.
We got black billionaires today. You know, I don't know what they doing with their money, who they helping or whatever, but we got people that got countless access to money.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You look at Philly, man. There's nowhere in the world, man. This city don't supposed to be thriving with black businesses.
Like you said, the thing is, you know, we don't stick together. Nobody don't support each other. Like I try to tell him all the time, and we talk about this all the time. It's crazy how you may get support from other places opposed to people that you expect to get support from.
Let me tell you, man. When they sent me to North Carolina, and I wound up getting in population, I wound up getting around people, man, meeting different people, because I was like more standoffish back then. You know, I don't know that dude. I ain't mess with that dude. And I started reading books, opening up my mind, talking to people, man, learning how to communicate a little better, looking at the people in their eyes while you talk to them, man, and listening, using my ears more than my mouth. Listening to what they saying, and then not just listening, comprehending what they saying. You know what I mean? Because it's easy to talk. Niggas bobo every day.
All day, every day.
I mean, niggas hog spitting bull crap all day
all
long.
day.
You feel what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean, man? It's just a blessing, man. Like we out here now.
Yeah.
I gotta ask you a question though, Jeff. Now you did the Fed time because we kind of skipped this. You know, like he said, when did you know that it was over? Did you know that was over like the last time you was released from prison? And what, 2024?
Yeah, it's funny, right? They let me out in 2023. I left from they let me go from FDC Philly.
Mm-hmm.
They let me go and sent me to a halfway house on Henry Avenue. I get to the halfway house. I'm there for like a month. I mean, my fault. I'm there for like a week.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going out, passes, getting ready to start a job and everything. So one day I come back, lady working on the floor. I comes out, I take my clothes down to the laundry, wash out my dirty clothes. I come back on the floor. She arguing with me. What you doing leaving the floor? I miss, I wash my clothes all the time. Like, I got dirty clothes. I'm just trying to wash. We winds up having words. She winds up writing me up telling the people that I threatened her.
Wow.
That was like on a Wednesday. The next day I wound up going to the program I was in or whatever. Comes back that Friday. I come back. That Friday come around. I go out in the morning. They said I can't go nowhere.
Your passes is took.
Yeah, they took my pass. Said I'm on restricted move.
Mm-hmm. Can't leave out.
I'm like, what I'm on restricted move? I don't know. You must have had. I ain't had no incident with nobody. What are you talking about? Don't you know, man? That morning, I go back upstairs. I lay down. They come to the room, knock on the door. Yo, cuff up. I'm like, cuff up for what? Put your hands on the wall. Cuff up. I'm like, what's up? I put my hands on the wall. It searched me, everything. Takes me back. Take me back upstate. Take me to Smithville. Now be mindful, I was on state parole when I got locked up in the feds.
Mm-hmm.
So after I did my federal time, they sent me back to the state. Well, after I got my time overturned, they sent me back to the state to see the parole board.
Mm-hmm.
The parole board never came and got me from the feds. I put Allah saved me. I filed a writ of habeas corpus to go back to the state because I was stuck in the hole in the feds.
Mm-hmm. You want to get out of there.
Yeah, I wanted to get out to go to the feds. So I filed a writ of habeas corpus, and every time you file something in the courts down there in the feds, they put it on your docket sheet.
Mm-hmm. Every time you file.
So it was a brother that was helping me down there. His name was Teddy Young. He had a life sentence.
Mm-hmm.
He's from up the Hollow. He was helping me, showing me how to hook up petitions and all that.
Mm-hmm.
So I hooked the motion, the petition up. I put it in. They never answered my petition with the state. So I'm like, all right, cool. So I ain't even think nothing of it. So when I went back and got my time overturned with the feds, they sent me back to the state. I rose. I'm like, man. Next thing you know, the state talking about, you gotta see the board again, this, that. I'm like, what I gotta see the board again for? For what? They're like, well, you got a violation. I'm like, well, I was in the state, I was in the feds 7 years, and y'all ain't come get me yet?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you ain't filed nothing with us, this, that, and the third. I wrote down to the courts and got my docket sheet. Showed it to the parole board. They couldn't even give me a hit.
They ain't even give you a hit.
They ain't give me a hit. They let me right go, man. That was so much. Sent me back. I left from the feds, man. I was so happy, man.
So that day they locked you up in the halfway house, they took you back upstate.
Yeah, they took me back. They took me to, now they take you to Smithville.
Okay, so you went up there alone.
No, I stayed. I went there in November, maybe like the second week of November. I seen the parole board. And the lady got on, they gave me the hearing to see the parole board. They gave me the hearing. The lady got on there and said that I threatened her. I'm like, what would I threaten you for? I don't even know you, miss.
Yeah.
So the supervisor, they let the supervisor boy testify first. He got on there and said that the lady threatened me. Now we had work. We was going back and forth. And she telling me, oh, you were supposed to. I said, miss, I asked you, can I go downstairs and wash my clothes?
Yeah.
I went down there, I washed my clothes, and I came back. It ain't like there's nothing to do. You can only get on the elevator and go down to the basement. It ain't like you can go anywhere between. Ain't like I went to the vending machine to buy no food. I don't know. She might have had a bad night or whatever.
Me personally, Jeff, I don't think, and it's just my opinion, and just because I say it don't mean it's right. But from me doing all these decades in jail, I don't think that's a place for a woman to be working.
Me neither.
I think that should be an all men's job.
You know what? She was calling me you bum nigga.
Yeah,
You living off the hat. The state sent me to the hat warehouse. I ain't had no.
Yeah, like you making it like I wanted to come here.
I turned in a home plan.
Yeah, exactly.
So the state sent me to the hat warehouse. So it wasn't like I asked, well, can you send me to the hat warehouse? No, I was trying to go directly home. They sent me to the hat warehouse, and I took it on the chin. You know what I mean? Listen. They came back, the parole board threw out the write-up and let me go.
And that's no disrespect to the women, man. I'm not disrespecting the women, but I think that it's certain job, like that job there to be a correctional officer around murders, around rapists, around big time, in a confined environment like that, I don't think they should be in there at all.
And then for some reason, the women of today.
The
women of today, not,
they think they men.
I love women, man, to the fullest. But some women today, man, they got that attitude like, I'm like a nigga. And that's not cool on no level. No matter what your religious beliefs is, that's not cool on no level. Yeah. Because so many women today, they done played the role. A lot of fathers or their boyfriends or baby daddies or husbands are not in the pictures. So now they play the mother and the father role. So they think they can talk to the men any kind of way. Because there's so many of these weak dudes out here that they can tell what to do. So when they get to a real man like us, they think, I can talk to him the same way. And that's a bad thing.
And it's going on at an alarming rate right now.
Because I wouldn't want my daughter to be like that.
Right, me either.
I wouldn't if my mother was still living or my grandmother, I wouldn't want them to be like that. Because they wasn't like that. I ain't watched them grow up like that. Yeah. And there's don't get me wrong, there's some beautiful women out here.
Yes, it is.
Beautiful. But a lot of them is emotional. A lot of them come with baggage. A lot of them come with the emotional scar. And us as men, we come with the same thing.
Yeah.
We come with it too, because we got our stuff with us too.
Yeah.
Ain't none of us perfect. But a lot of us are out here striving for perfection.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I know I make mistakes every day. Just like everybody else. I ain't perfect.
Me too.
You know what I mean? I fight with myself with a lot of things every day,
Me
man.
too, man.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we as men, a lot of us are scared to admit that we be wrong. A lot of us can't even take responsibility. I be wrong 85% of the day, man. For real. I ain't gonna fake it. I ain't gonna fake it, man. Like for some reason, man, like I came through jail, I came through as a kid. I don't like taking orders. I'm gonna give it to you straight. I ain't listen to my mom, my pop, my grandmother. Hard-headed.
Yeah, we all were.
Hard-headed like that. I mean, I got it honestly. You know what I'm
it was
saying?
passed down.
Yeah, I mean, it was passed down, but I think it's a gift and a curse. You feel what I'm saying? Because you can be hard-headed for the right reason.
Yeah, you can.
You feel what I'm saying?
Not letting nobody take you off your square, what you doing, and you turn around and become a millionaire, but he was over there saying, don't do that, don't do that.
Right.
No, I'm going to see this out. And
Right.
now you was right. Yeah, that's why I followed it through.
Right, because a lot of people, count you out, man. Like the little accomplishments that we make in our lives, man, right now, it mean a whole lot.
Right.
You know, because when I first came home, I wound up signing up for this trade school. Right? Everybody kept on saying, oh, man, you too old to go to school, man. What you going to school for? When I told my brother, man, I was going back to school, man, it seemed like he was more happy than me, man. I said, I signed up for this trade school. I'm getting ready, going to this trade school, man. He's like, yeah, that's what's up. And, like, you got to be mindful. I got my GED in jail.
Me too.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it was like, going back and forth to jail, I wound up getting my GED, and I wound up graduating from that school, man, ECA. You know what I mean? It was just beautiful to me, man. Like, I was like, damn, this another accomplishment in my life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because everybody kept saying, oh, man, it's hard out there. Oh, man, don't do this, don't do that, don't do this. I said, man, one of my homies, man, he told me, man, they got this trade school, man. I'm gonna give you the information. Sign up for it. I went down there. They accepted me, man.
Wow.
I was like, man, that joint was beautiful, man.
Wow. I mean, congrats on that.
Thank you, man.
So now you said you came home, you went to trade school, you did some things. What advice would you have for the youth, the young kids, young men and women?
Yeah.
What advice would you have for anyone that's that's coming home from prison, trying to figure it out? Those who are here committing crime, male and female. What advice would you have for them based off of your experience?
Well, your experience is like, because I know you, Jeff.
Right.
And you got some hell of a. I'd like to say my background criminal record is extensive, but there's others that's more extensive than mine. And a lot of people look up to you. They, well, I would say, will listen to what you got to say.
Mm-hmm. Well, guys just coming in and out them joints, man, these young boys today, man, and the ones that been to jail and haven't been to jail. First of all, I would like to say, man, there's nothing cool about going to jail. I got a 9-to-5 job right now, man. I would have never thought I would have a job. You know what I'm saying? And I work hard every day. I mean, a lot of times, my job schedule is not as rigorous as some days, but some days you have to work the whole 8 hours. I'm talking about hand and foot. But it beats working for 13 cents an hour inside that jail or waiting for some commissary to come, them to bring it to the door, open up your door, you have to sign that paper and fill out that commissary sheet. So it's way better than that. I just want to tell the people, man, that these young people out here today, man, take your time, get your education, listen to your parents, and just use your head, man. Don't let nobody put no battery in your back, gaslight you, man. Because it's so easy, man, to get pulled off track. Like, it's easy, man. Like, you can be on the corner talking to one of your homies, not even knowing he got into something with somebody, and they'll come up there shooting, not asking no questions. But this your homie. I understand you got a lot of homies. Dude's got a lot of homies, but is your homie worth dying for? I lost 2 sons. I lost one son in 2015, my son Sadiq, and then I lost my son Fat G's in 2024.
I heard about that, man. Let me ask you about that too. How did that was a high profile situation in the city. A lot of people knew your son Fat G's. A lot of people knew him, and then seeing him go that way, and I knew him. I seen him a lot out West Philly at I would go pray. I would see him at the Imam Muslim on Lancaster Avenue. Yeah, I would see him there a lot. How was that when you saw when you heard about that and you saw that? Were you incarcerated at the time when it happened?
I was in the halfway house when it happened.
And
I came home from the halfway house March 14th, 2024. That happened the 17th.
Wow.
That happened the 17th of March.
And that was
I talked to him.
Okay.
I talked to him. I got a phone that Friday. I talked to him that night. Man, I never got a chance to actually see him face to face. He FaceTimed me, and he showed me how to set up my email account and all that. We was on a FaceTime all night. I talked to him all because it was Ramadan in 2024. Yep, I still remember that. I think it was maybe like a week into Ramadan.
Wow. So you never saw him physically?
I never got a chance to see him physically.
Wow. So you went to prison while his mother was pregnant with him?
No, she got pregnant when I was in prison. I mean, so I made fat when I was in Graterford.
Wow. Hold. So Graterford back then it was a little different.
Yeah, totally different.
This was wow. So you conceived him in prison.
Yes.
But she could and you never got an opportunity to meet, see him from a kid either?
Yeah, he was coming. She was bringing him to come see me in jail. My brother would bring him up to the prison to come see me. His mom, a couple of my homies would bring him up,
But you never got a chance to see him face to face after you came home.
Yeah, I seen him that one time when I was in the halfway house. I was up there on the boulevard. That was November. I seen him when I was in the halfway house. We went up went had dinner up Tasty's on Girard Avenue. We went up there and ate, and ate a grub. And then he took me back to the halfway house, and then I got locked up. Then I was talking to him while I was locked up. Then I got out for good in March. So I got out 23. Then 24, they sent me back in 23. Then I got back out in 24. Then that happened. I got out that Thursday. He got killed that Saturday.
Wow. And what about your other son? He was killed as well?
Yeah, my son Sadiq was killed in September 2015.
Wow.
He got killed up Germantown. They was feuding with some guys. Somerville was feuding with some dudes up like 17th and Chew up that way. And his friend wound up shooting him by mistake, I heard. They was shooting back and forth with the guys.
What's your son name?
Sadiq Gant. They
wow.
called him Deep.
Wow. And his friend shot him.
Yeah, by mistake.
Wow. Man, and you lost, how many kids you have?
I had 4.
So 2 boys, 2 girls?
Yes.
How was that for you? Because, a lot of people look at it from a standpoint of, they don't get a chance, opportunity. They don't get a chance of hearing parents speak on this platform about losing their children to gun violence or violence, period. How was that for you, and how have you been dealing with that?
Man, that real hurt, because when my son Sadiq was murdered, I was down FDC, downtown 7th Street, and I was down there in population. I heard what happened. Boom, I got on the phone, talked to his mom, and then, I wasn't there when that happened. I was in prison, but when Fat got killed, be mindful, I never even, I made Fat in jail, so I never got even I changed his diaper a couple times when we was in jail. And then that experience and me having to go to Linwoods to wash his body, that was like a real hard one for me, you know what I'm saying? Because be mindful, I never washed his body when he was a baby.
Yeah.
Now I'm washing his body as a grown man, and he's passed away. And that was like a hard pill for me to swallow. You know what I'm saying? It was a lost decree the way it happened. At first I was like real bent out of shape, you know what I mean? I wasn't questioning the law, but I was like, damn, my son got killed. You know what I mean? He was rapping, he was touring with Lil Uzi, going on tour with him, going on, making songs with Meek Mills and all that, when I was in the feds, I heard a lot of his music. He was like, man, your son rapping, so I ain't take it serious. Oh man, he rapping in the basement. You know what I mean? Then dudes, I would get on the phone, oh man, I seen your son video, this, that. I'm like, who Fat? Like, hey man, Fat good, man. He be with Meek, he be with Lil Uzi. Then I'm calling, yeah, I'm on tour with Uzi, man. I'm in such and such. I'm in Los Angeles. I'm in there. And then him and the basketball boy was real cool. Deion Waiters. So him, he used to be with Deion. Yeah, he used to be with Deion.
Shout out to Deion Waiters.
Yeah, he used to be with him. And then Rashid Jordan, he used to travel with him. They came up together. They from the same hood. So. He was moving around, man. I was just so proud of him, man, because a lot of young boys would come through. Oh, man, I was out Vegas with Fat. We was at the fight. This, that, and the third. I'd be smiling to myself. That's my baby boy, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And just happy that he had a better life than me, he was traveling, you know what I mean, meeting different people. Every time I turn around, he there. I'm calling him, man. He's just so happy, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
No, man. He was like the big brother. He was the middle child, but he was like the big brother to them. You know what I'm saying?
Because he was the one that was out, trying to make something happen. Right. May Allah aid him. May Allah make his great spacious Allahumma ameen.
Ameen.
So, all these trials and tribulations, prison, losing children, and still being able to stand on your own 2 feet. You back boxing, getting victories, doing what you love to do.
Right.
What's next for you? What's next? What do you see, by the decree of Allah? What are you expecting, or I say, what do you want to do next?
Well, we got a couple more fights with Damon Feldman Celebrity Boxing.
Mm-hmm.
We just got a victory September 27th, Saturday, September 27th. We had a victory. Nice victory, man. I fought a guy from Delaware. You know what I mean? Put up a good fight. Man, went out there, done our thing. Another victory. We moving along, man. We trying to make history, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because my career was put on hold for a little while, you know what I'm saying? And, I've been in jail, been preserved. You know what I mean? A lot of those guys think, I'm 50 now. I mean, he old, he slow.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But you got to be mindful. I never got high. I never smoked. I never drunk. And I was well rested all that time. I was just sitting back, preserved, working out.
Yeah.
Trying to eat good, cheat from time to time. You know what I mean? But for the most part, man, I was,
just
taking care of myself, trying to better myself as a person all the way around the board,
Yeah.
Clothing, cars, whatever you're selling, you have a great idea. You want to put it on our platform. Contact TBISC. Call us now, 267-982-0342. TBISC, the best in sports entertainment.
Well, we thank you for coming on the show. I'm gonna ask you something. I know I probably couldn't get you on a sports podcast there. We got to press for time. I'm gonna ask you something. I'm gonna ask you about a few fights if I can real quick. Yeah, another 2 minutes. Shakur Stevenson versus Gervonta Tank Davis. Winner.
Gervonta, his last fight to me, he lost to Freddie Roach.
Mm-hmm.
Lamont Roach.
Lamont Roach, yeah.
I think he lost to me. That's just my opinion. Me as a fighter, a lot of guys, they watch boxing as a fan. I watch boxing as a fighter.
Okay.
As me being in it, just like the Canelo fight.
Mm-hmm.
I told everybody argued me down, Canelo gonna beat him, this, that, third. I said, Crawford just fought a fight at 154. He's walking around at least 165, 170.
Yeah.
Him moving up to 168 will be no problem.
Mm-hmm.
And I told everybody, I said, Canelo does not have a right hand. I told everybody, I said, Crawford rumbled him southpaw the whole fight.
He did.
He never landed that right hand.
Not at all. And
He never landed his right hand, not once.
And normally the straight right hand is the punch for a southpaw, right?
Yeah, straight right hand, left hook.
Yep. Now I'm just saying, we're a winner. If you had to choose between Shakur and Tank,
I would take Shakur.
why?
Taller. I think he's a little faster than Gervonta. But when I watched him fight Lamont Roach, for some reason he was acting like he was kind of like scared. And that's probably because they knew each other from the amateurs.
Yeah.
They had history with each other, so they knew each other. You feel what I'm saying? They knew each other's style. So I would take Shakur.
All right. Last one. I'm going to ask. I'm going to make this a fantasy fight. Both in their primes. Terrence Crawford. I said both in their primes at 147 pounds. Terrence Crawford versus Floyd Mayweather Jr.
And they prime?
They prime 147 is the weight.
Mayweather.
Why?
Just because Mayweather's defense. His defense, and to me, Mayweather, he move around a little more than Terrence Crawford.
Mm-hmm.
And I think he a better counterpuncher. So I would take, in a prime, I would take Mayweather. Now, if you said Mayweather now and Crawford.
Well, right now, at the age.
Right now.
Yeah, Floyd, Floyd pushing 50.
Floyd couldn't beat him right now.
No,
but
yeah,
in their prime, both of them in their prime, I would take Mayweather.
There you go. You have anything else you want to add before we go, Young?
Man, y'all heard what Jeff said, man. You know, again, man, we bring men up here, man, honorable men that went in there and carried their burden and didn't try to put it on nobody else, man. And I'm not making that a badge of honor. It's just a fact. I can't get around it. In doing so, became better in oneself, man. And a lot of us has traveled this road, been through foster care, been out there in the streets, man. And then evidently, you know, streets, foster care, jail is going to follow behind that if you don't get that cemetery first, man. So I hope that y'all take heed to the words of this wise man that we had up here, Mr. Jeff Gant, man. I want to thank you for coming on, man, and blessing us with your time, man, and with your experiences and what you've been through, man. It was greatly appreciated from us. And I can speak on behalf of the fans that a lot of them know you from the city, and they're going to enjoy this content that we had to give today. And stay free, y'all, man. That's my whole message, man. We get it to y'all where you can see, hopefully, one of y'all out of 1,000 be like, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and take his word and just believe them, because we ain't up here lying. We ain't got sitting up here for no hours just to make up a story for y'all, man. We really trying to detail y'all from, if you're on a track to doing something wrong, we're trying to give you a little bit of right to turn you on another route.
Who want to sit in jail, juvenile or adult? Who want to sit in jail, man? For real, like jail is for nuts, for suckers. Like real rap, man. I would, like, if I can do it all over again, I would never go to jail.
Yeah, me too. Me too, man. I would.
Like, if a law blessed me with that opportunity, I would have never went to jail. Never. But who is it to say that I wouldn't have got killed? Yeah. So jail could have been my save. That could have saved me from being in the coffin. You feel what I'm saying? That could have saved me from being in somebody's coffin, going to jail. Because a lot of people went to jail and got killed.
Yeah.
A lot of people went to jail and got saved.
This is the last question for me, Jeff. All the time you did in prison, did it make you a better person?
Yes. Yes, it did.
It damn sure did with me.
It did, because a lot of stuff I took for granted out here on the street, like when I was in the SMU, I made a vow to myself when I was in the SMU, man, to read. And I used to write all type of companies, book companies. And I read everything that you can possibly think about reading. Every author. Like, that's all I used to do is read. I used to get boxes and boxes of books. The library, I used to write libraries in different states. And they used to send me boxes of used books. And I used to just read. John Grisham, Asada Shakur, Malcolm X, what's the lady name?
Sidney Sheldon. You could just name
Sidney Sheldon. What's the lady name?
Maya Angelou.
Maya Angelou. And listen, I used to just read. First, I was just hooked on the black authors. Then I just started reading anything that got sent to me. I'm just reading because that reading, man, is like a mental stimulation, man. Yeah. Like, it's just like you forget you even in jail. I used to be reading so much. When they turn the lights on, I'd be at the door, because they turn the lights on the cell. I'd be a night light. I'd be at the door with the night light and the regular light from outside the door, reading with the book. Like, man, like that be your mental getaway. Yeah. And a lot of people, like, you'd be surprised, man, a lot of dudes in jail, like, a lot of dudes can't read. It's sad to say. I used to, when I was upstate, when I was doing my 20, I used to tutor a lot of them young boys. A lot of them couldn't even read or write. To write letters for people, man. People, moms and stuff, used to come up. I appreciate you writing letters. I know that ain't my son handwriting. I appreciate you writing letters.
And books will teach you that.
Yeah. I mean, like it's deep, man, because I remember when we was coming up, man, I got left down a couple times, not for not knowing how to read, because of my behavior. You gotta remember, we came up writing in cursive. These kids, you show them, they don't even know how to sign their name.
No, because everything online, everything computer now.
Yeah, they don't even show them how to write, to sign their name signature, so they can't even read. They can't even read in cursive. And that's sad, right? Why would you take that? Why would you take that away from us, teaching the children how to write in cursive? And the majority of the kids today, they write with their left hand. They don't even know how to write what they write.
Wow.
You look at that today. If you notice that today, you go anywhere, you see all the kids picking up the pen with their left hand. and they be right-handed.
They just not used to writing. It's crazy.
Yep.
It's crazy. Yeah. So I want to thank everybody for tuning into the show, man. I want to thank everybody. So just make sure that everyone becomes a subscriber. Make sure everybody becomes a member as well on YouTube. Follow us on all platforms. We are active on Spotify, Apple Music, Apple Podcast Music, YouTube, you name it, Kick, Twitch, whatever. We're on all these platforms, TikTok. You can reach out to us on Instagram as well. We thank all y'all for tuning in. It's Tales from the Jails, and we out.